There you go.
All right, there we go. What's up, Facebook? Let's start that again. Been out here in the rain this morning looking around for some of these old crappie, and we found some, and I decided to jump right on here and let y'all share in the fun with me. We had to get the umbrella out. I'm coming down on one right here sitting in open water. Here he comes, here he comes. Come on, baby. Come on. Got him. Yes, sir. Straight plastics this morning. We brought some minnows with us because it's raining and a little bit overcast, and sometimes they get real finicky. So we did bring some minnows as a backup. And as you can see, that's what, 7, 8 fish this morning? Is that about right in the last
7 or
20
8,
minutes?
yeah.
We had to wait till the wind got right for us to be able to come up in here and catch some of these fish. And there we go. Yeah, just straight plastic. That's a crappie monster uppercut. And that's one of them Reelfoot crappie. And we ain't keeping none this morning. We just coming out here to have some fun. And it was raining, so we canceled our guide trips this morning. Me and Jeff Riddle both canceled our guide trips because we don't want to get y'all out here and end up sitting in the middle of a storm or something. So we'll use good judgment and help protect your dollars spent on these guide trips with us on stuff like this. What I'm doing, I'm just easing my way through a minefield of stumps here, looking around for crappie. I am using the live scope. There's a great big old carp right there going across the bottom. You can see his tail and see his belly fin and his head. And some of these crappie, when it gets overcast like this, they will come off of the stumps and be sitting out in open water, kind of like that one right there was. So I'm still combing through these stumps looking for marks like that one right there, but that one's too little. He ain't even gonna make good video. It probably ain't an 8-inch fish or so.
How deep are they looking to ask?
We're looking right around 6 to 7 foot deep. We're in 13 foot of water. The crappie themselves are only holding right there 6 to 7 foot deep, so they're not real deep. It's not hot. Water temp's 81.5 degrees, so it's down about 4 degrees from what it had been. Right here's one sitting on the side of that stump right there. We're gonna go set up on him and see if we can't catch him.
Amos said not to push Billy in the lake again.
Man, I'll tell you what, if there's big old fish, he better get his butt in there and get it. And he did. He caught that sucker on the way down. There's actually a few sitting here. Right there's a crappie. Right there's one way up shallow. There's one right there, and it's kind of in behind that stump from me. So I'm trying to decide the class of fish that is. And it looks like I'm not going to find out till I get to drop down there because I can just barely see him. I saw a catfish down there at the bottom just a minute ago. That one right there is right now is looking like he's too little to mess with. Let's see. There's another one right there. We'll catch him. He's probably close to 10 inches. He's 9, 10 inches, somewhere right in there. We'll drop and see if he wants to bite.
Charlie said good morning, have fun.
Well, I appreciate that. Good morning, sir.
Rick says it looks so nice. It is now that the rain stopped.
Yeah, we've been sitting out here in a storm for the last little bit.
Yeah, we actually have an umbrella hooked up for us right now. Keeps us out of the rain.
Well, guys, that one right there is real little too. I'm gonna look around here and see if I can't find you one of them big old Reelfoot hammers and put him in the boat. Geez, look what a fish. That dude was 4.5 foot long. I don't know if it's a buffalo or if it's a carp. Yeah, it's a carp of some sort. I think we got one right here. And if you wonder how that I know that that's a fish, it's just from a lot of hours sitting behind this screen looking around. And sometimes you'll lose them. They'll get in the shadow of the stump, because you got to remember, it's just like shining a flashlight at a tree. There's a shadow behind it. And if it gets in that shadow, you won't be able to see it. He's still sitting right there. Let's get up there to him and see if we can't decide if he's worth catching or not. I'm gonna go ahead and try to drop on him. I can't see him very good. I think he's around behind the stump. We'll drop at him for a second, or we might end up finding one in open water there. I just saw. Where'd you go? That one was a better fish. I think that's him right there.
Oh, Brenda Eskridge said, "Hey, Jeremy."
Hey. Yeah, she's my aunt from back there in Kentucky.
Oh. So you got some family on here this morning.
Got some family on here this morning. I'm looking around trying to find you. It figures we came through a little spot, had a bunch of fish in it, and we caught a bunch of fish, got on here, and we got Curse at the Camera going on right now.
Well, Stacy says good morning. She's been waiting to fish there for years. About time. Needs to get down here then.
Come on down here. There ain't a better time than right now because it's warm.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't see all the comments. She said about time to get there. Well, we agree with that.
All right, I've got one on this stump right here. It's 14 foot out. This one is about 8.5 foot down. See if I can't pitch on him. Looks like I'm lined up fairly decent with him.
Oh, missed him.
Yeah, he hit me and I missed him. He short struck me there a little bit, pulled my jig down. Let's see. Oh, he went back to the same stump. He's back there.
Ooh, Randall Flowers is coming down next Thursday.
Yes, Randall, we were going to come out here yesterday, and they was calling for all this rain, so we elected not to, because I don't want to get him out here in the rain and take a chance of not having a good time. Hung on the stump, and the fish is right there. Try to get off that stump and drop right back down there to him. Now, right now, I've just dropped because I hung that stump, so I've dropped and I'm going to push my bait into it. Oh, he just tapped me again. I'm going to leave him alone. He ain't going to commit to it. We're going to look around here and see if we can't find us another one here real quick.
Dan says, good morning, Jeremy and Drew. He says he's still laughing and can't stop watching Billy's blooper.
Yeah, that was a good one now. I'll tell you what, y'all sound off. I want to know where everybody's from. We had one from Hawaii on here last time. What's the farthest out we got? Even if you ain't real far, if you're from Kentucky or Tennessee or Kentucky, we still want to hear from you.
Well, we got Sherry saying good morning from Horn Lake.
Horn Lake, where's that at?
It's in Mississippi.
Okay. Boy, they got some good lakes down there in Mississippi now. They got 6 of the best lakes in the country as far as big, huge fish. Now, I got to tell you, Reelfoot has quickly became one of my favorite spots to fish. And it's because the sheer numbers of fish here, there's a lot more fish here than what there are in most of those Mississippi lakes. So your odds to catch fish and put them in a boat are a lot more where that there are more fish at. We got one sitting right in between 2 stumps right here. I'm trying to get set up on to where I ain't running over him before I pitch. That's one thing that I do. I try not to make a pitch or try to get my jig in the water unless it is the right scenario. That way you don't take a chance of spooking the fish. Your odds of catching go up a lot more if you'll just make a calculated drop. Oh no, he come up and looked at me. That's a good fish. He come up and looked at me and then did not bite. Got him turned away from us.
Might get Merrill's wish. Said throw out your line and let's see a fish.
We trying. That is for sure. We're definitely trying here. Trying to get finagled around to get on this fish, and I have successfully hung the stump.
Well, you definitely caught something right then.
At least I didn't try setting a hook on it, because y'all would have loved that, wouldn't you? Right here on social media, setting a hook on stumps. It'll happen though. I've set the hook on a bunch of stumps. Well, there's a big old wad of stumps right there, and he's sitting right in the middle of it. And that's the third time I've dropped there, and I've ended up hung on a stump instead of getting down to the fish.
Oh, that sun's peeking out.
Yes, sir. That sun's gonna come out here.
That'll probably help us out a little bit.
Yeah, the sun will definitely help out on this lake because that will get these fish back to sitting on the timber. And it kind of, well, it's just like us. If you get up in the morning, it's all cold. You don't want to do nothing. It gets warm, and you'll decide to go out and stretch your legs a little bit, check out everything going on. He's in behind that stump there. I can't hardly see him, so I'm just kind of jigging around there to see if I can get a reaction out of him and get him to come off the side of that stump. And he might just not do it.
So we got Joshua from Columbus, Ohio.
There we go.
Merle's from Missouri.
I'm gonna be up there close to Columbus, one of the vendor shows next spring. You get a chance, come on out and say hi, talk to me for a minute. I always love sitting around talking crappie fishing with people. There's always, I don't care, you can take the most experienced person in the world and he can learn something from somebody who's just started, or vice versa. There's always something to learn, and that's why I love talking to people about crappie fishing, because everybody's got a separate outlook, and somebody who hasn't been fishing long might see something that you don't see, or might think about it a little bit different, and it ended up being a very good point or a good tip that you would never know if you hadn't talked to them. So I love the trade shows because I like talking to people. Blue Bank goes to a lot of them with Billy. Billy's a very, very knowledgeable dude.
Because I know we'll be at Indianapolis, Louisville, and Cincinnati this year. So just 3.
Okay, I will be at the Sharonsville show. I know we're just outside of Cincinnati. I'll be at Indianapolis with you all. That's always a real good show. I'll be at the Let's Go Fishing show. Now, of course, that's provided that they let us have the shows and go on as planned without everything getting shut down. And that's always a possibility. That's what happened to us there last year.
We got Nathan from Louisville, Kentucky. Oh, this one might be the winner today. Will's out from Australia.
Australia, oh my. Now there's some reach right there. Australia, that's cool, man. Yeah, Australia. I ain't never had anybody on a live feed from Australia. He has definitely got the prize on that one. I think I've got a target here. You can see a real bright spot on that stump right there. Something there is a little bit harder, and it's kind of got a little lump to it right there. So we're going to check it out. Usually when that happens, the fish is in between your transducer and the stump, so that would put him on this side of the stump. And there's times that just ain't fish, but it's one of them things you just got to keep them honest. You just pitch in there and see if something happens. I know he was right in there, right about that 7-foot mark, and that's where we had been catching our fish at, and I got no reaction. It didn't spook or anything, so it's probably just a knot on the side of the tree.
Got Douglas from Texas.
Texas, there you go.
GM from Florida.
We're going to be filming in Texas this fall. I think we're going to go down to Palestine. Might end up on Lake Fork. I'm waiting to find out on that one. We're going to be filming a couple episodes of our new TV show on the hook down there. I think that'd be a really good spot to go to. They've got Lake Fork is a lot like Reelfoot. It's got a lot of fish in it. It's got a lot of timber, and this right here is what you're looking for. That crappie right there is setting off of that stump. You can see just a little degree of separation between it and that stump. That right there is what you're looking for, and them's the marks you want to stop and fish. got a stump. Doggone it, I've got a stump in between us. I need to get up so I can see that fish before I drop on him. That stump got in between us, so I'm coming out to the left to try to get to where I can look back at him. Right there's one at 10 foot. I ain't for sure that's the same fish at all. Come on, baby. Yep, got him.
Ooh, there we go.
Lean out around the umbrella to get him in the boat. I really don't think that's the same fish that I saw there a second ago. But that one right there was sitting in open water. And his head was kind of pointing up just a little bit. When they're in the water, crappie hit vertically, okay? So when they're sitting in the water, they'll either be sitting like this, and that is a non-aggressive stance, or they'll have their head angled up. And when their head's angled up, that is their feeding position. People think just because you put a live scope on your boat, you're going to go out there and catch fish, and that's not the case whatsoever. Learning how fish act and react to their environments, that is probably the most useful thing you can have or know, is when they're sitting in the water column, you can figure out whether they're going to bite or not by just seeing the way they're sitting there. So you go after your high percentage chances, and then like I've saw probably 10 or 12. I think I said there a couple times that there's a fish, but I don't know. Or I don't know if that one will bite, and we just passed it up. We passed up quite a few fish here because I know the way they were sitting, they ain't gonna have it. They ain't gonna bite. And when the weather gets like it is right now, that can shut them off. And just found that fish again. Right there's the 2 sticks that we were on a while ago, and right there's that one. So that fish I just caught was not the one that I had saw previously, which is good because now we got us another target right here. There's something else swimming in there. That fish is sitting right in between those 2 stumps, and that's why I keep on losing him. I keep on losing him in the shadow. So I have to sit there and spin my boat around here, there, and yonder to get to where that I can see him good. That way I know when my jig... Oh, yeah, I got a stump right against the trolling motor. That's why we just lost everything there. Yeah, there's the stump that was against me. Oh, hello, there it is. Trolling motor sitting right on top of it. See if I can get up there to this fish. I've been trying for a while.
Michael saying morning from Lake Gunnersville.
Gunnersville. Boy, that dude's got some of the best blackfish in it. Oh, wow. Come on. Let's see if I can get out there, too. I missed him there just a little bit. But I'm already down there, so I'm going to try to just take and run my bait right back into him. Oh, got him. There we go, there we go. Middle of the summer. Straight jigging for crappie. And there, his tail's messed up there a little bit.
Ooh, something must have got it.
Something done. One of these great big old fish we've been seeing on here done went and lit into him. I'm gonna say goodbye to him.
We got Graham from Louisville, Kentucky.
Well, hello there, Louisville.
Oh, we got Jonathan Freeman saying Sarah's going down to Florida in a couple weeks. I'll probably come see you.
There you go. There you go.
Richard Coffey saying good morning from North Carolina.
Always
good to see him.
Let's see, North Carolina. Is that where Kara Scott is? Or is it in South Carolina? I think it's in North Carolina. I'm going to have to go out there and check that lake out. I've been real intrigued by that. Well, the last time I got intrigued by a lake, I sold my house and farm and moved to Tennessee, and right here we are. I can't say enough about this lake. The people, the lake, the fish. It's plumb loaded down with great fish. A lot of them right there in that 1 pound range. Now, we came out on one of the guided trips. Blue Bank had got scheduled for us, and we had 5 2-pounders in August, almost September. Had 5 in one day, 2-pound fish. I had a lot of them, pound a quarter or so, right in there. But man, a summertime 2-pound fish is an absolute monstrous fish. And oh boy, they fun to catch. But it's so fun that when it's raining, we just throw the umbrella up and we go fishing.
Yeah, for all you that missed it, we got this umbrella just right in here.
Yeah.
Zip tied, roped in.
Zip tied, bungee cord, roped in. We had to do something because we couldn't. We can't record in the rain.
So we got Dan from Des Plaines, Illinois. Roy watching from Houston, Texas.
Houston, baby. Yes, sir.
HD from Lake of the Ozarks. Joe from Moscow, Iowa.
Moscow, Iowa.
Yeah.
Thought we had a winter there for a minute. We're at Australia. When he said Moscow, I was like, oh, look out.
Yeah, that'd be close at who's...
That'd be close to, I don't know. We'd have to sit down and look at a map and measure that one out.
Feel like Australia just because it's in the South Hemisphere.
Yeah.
But
that's a place I've always wanted to go. I'd probably go down there and a dingo eat me or something. Be my luck. Or one of them doggone snakes they got down there to get a hold of me. Man, it's just beautiful. The rain finally stopped, and I just love this lake. The osprey flying around. There's a couple on a nest up there. There's been a bald eagle that's been sitting on top of a stump out here watching me fish for the last few weeks. I guess he ain't here this morning because it's been raining, but that is just one of the coolest things to be out, come out here and catch fish and get to see a bald eagle just sitting there watching you catch fish.
Well, every morning we keep passing those ospreys where they've been raising their
yeah,
one.
They're raising that little one over in that nest. This morning it was actually out of the nest and down on a limb. So I think it either attempted to fly or it has got it figured out. One of the two.
Then we got Billy from Southern Missouri, but is born and raised in Ridgely, so not too far at all.
I see, Ridgely, that's just a little south of here, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
I had to think, I was like, is that south or north? It's south.
I see we got a fish swimming around that stump right there. That is not a crappie. Crappie don't spin around the stump like that. That right there, well, I just got a glimpse of his tail. That is a catfish. Crappie will not spin around the stumps like that. They will, most of the time, crappie will just sit still.
Got Milton saying good morning. Nathan, that's why you need to come down here. Saying the Lake of the Ozarks is too crowded, too much of a party lake. Can't do that out here with all these stumps.
You're not going to see, and that's why if I fish Lake of the Ozarks, I would do it in the dead of winter. It would be a December only, or I wouldn't go December, January, something like that. That way that you don't have to deal with all the pontoons and the tubing and such. That's something nobody in their right mind will ever pull a tube on this lake right here. If the water was down 2 foot, I could walk back to the ramp over there. I mean, you just step stump all the way back to the ramp. These birds will get out here sometimes and they'll just be standing there, look like they're walking around on water. There'll be 100 of them, and they're standing on top of stumps that are just barely right below the surface. These fish are eluding me right now. There's all kinds of fish in here, and I think that may be part of my problem. I'm seeing a lot of bait fish and such, and most of the time it makes it real hard to catch crappie in the middle of the bait fish because they have no reason to have to eat, or at least not eat our bait, because they've got all kinds of food there. We'll mess around here in a second and find some.
You got Tiffany from Paducah, Kentucky.
That ain't that far.
No, not far at all.
No, that's not far at all.
Nathan saying the best lake in Missouri is Table Rock.
I beg to differ with that one. Truman has been really good to me out there. I fished Table Rock, and man, that lake got the best of me. We were there at the Wally Marshall Invitational. It got the best of a lot of really good fishermen. But they claim that that lake is just unreal. I'm stuck on a stump. They claim that lake is just unreal at certain times of the year. But like for me, Truman is it's unreal all the time. I like Truman. I like them out there at Everhart's and Bucksaw. And if you don't like fishing dirty water, you can go down to Osage Arm and it's crystal clear. The grand fish is more like Reelfoot, and the Osage fish is more like Kentucky Lake. And one of the reasons I wanted to come down here and live right here around Reelfoot is because most of the top crappie tournament fishermen in the country live right here around Reelfoot. So there was something about this lake, and I think I've got it figured out why. Is because they can practice so many different scenarios right here on Reelfoot. And it's you can go across so many fish and get to I'm still stuck on a stump.
Andre's saying the biggest one he's caught is 18 inches.
Show, boy, that's a hammer now. I can feel the boat rocking and bouncing on the stump. If I ever get off this stump, we might be able to find some fish.
John Livingston said, from Southwest Missouri, said you need to get rid of the umbrella and you need a tan.
Oh, I'm telling you. Got to work on that tan, man. That's what I was telling them here a while back. All kinds of crappie. You can wear your shorts, wear your flip-flops, work on your tan while you're out here.
Daniel said, do you ever use noodle rods, and what pound test line? 4 or 6?
Okay, I am fishing with 20-pound braid. Mad fishing braid is what that I've got on. Fishing in all these stumps, I don't like retying all the time. So I fish with braided line. And Micah Dawson from Mad Fishing just came out with some braid, and I met Micah. Micah's an outstanding man. And I don't get paid to use his stuff or anything like that, but he's just a really good dude and has a good product. That fish didn't see me. I was off of him a little bit. I'm still sitting on a doggone stump. I'm just sitting here spinning around because I'm stuck on this stump. I'm gonna have to stop here in a minute and try to get myself off of it, I guess. Oh wow, there's a good fish. I'm gonna pass that one on top up to get to that one right there on the bottom. Oh my goodness, he had me. And there he goes swimming out of my life right there. The weather's got the bite off just a little bit. They're short striking pretty bad right now. I had him for a second there. But yes, I use an extremely light rod. I use Ozark Extreme 13, and I use a heavy line 20-pound braid. Trying to catch back up with them fish because he wanted to eat. He just about half missed the bait there when I went to set the hook. And there ended up being 2 of them there that was pretty good size. We've got this one, and then we've got one sitting right there as well. Got him.
There we go.
Got him. Now, as I'm taking him off, I'm going to look around. There's that other one. Yes, sir.
Matthew Loss told me to ask you, why didn't you bring Billy this time?
Billy got mad at me for pushing him out of the boat. Y'all got to check that TikTok out.
He's so mad at you, he went off to the mountains. He didn't even get on the water today.
No, he didn't. I tried getting him to go fishing this morning. He said no, he wasn't swimming today.
I still can't believe he kept it in the net.
I can't believe he grabbed it and kept it in the net the whole time.
And didn't lose the net.
And didn't lose. And did not lose my net. That was a big one. Little guy. Hey,
he still needs to eat too.
Little crappie still need to eat too. There's the Dink Award for the day. Yeah, there's the Dink Award for the day. Oh, here's another one sitting in open water. Might have got back in. We're real close to where we caught all of them at a while ago. Right before we got on here, we went through a spot and man, we were just absolutely stroking. That right there ain't no monster by no means, but man, they fun to catch. That's all I can say. They just fun to catch.
How much did you pay Amos? He's saying if anyone wants to come to Reelfoot, they should take you out for a guided trip.
No, I'm telling you. Where you going, Bo? Where you going? Slow down. I need to talk to you. I need to talk to you a minute there. He don't want to talk to me. Yeah, he ain't gonna have it.
Because you're right at him.
Yeah. He just ain't want to give me no play. Yep, he's gonna swim off on me. That there ain't gonna cooperate. That's one thing about it. Like you're out here using your live scope. Sometimes you just got to give it up and go to the next fish, and not spend a whole lot of time on that one fish when he ain't gonna eat.
Kyle saying good morning from Bloomington, Indiana. He says whack them and stack them.
That's right. Is that Kyle Sherman?
Kyle Dean May.
I was gonna say Kyle Dean May. Yep. Yeah, he's a good dude. I met him up there at Indianapolis at one of them shows, that boat and travel show, the one you was talking about you all gonna be at. I met him up there, which we'd been talking through Facebook and stuff there. And like I said, I love sitting around talking crappie fishing. So if you ever see me and you want to kill about an hour, just ask me about crappie fishing, and that's what we'll do for the next hour.
So that's all we did this morning.
Yeah.
James saying hello from Somerset, Kentucky. Matt saying he'll be back down in a few weeks. Have you met Matt?
Matt.
Matthew Law.
I don't think so. I don't believe I've met him.
We'll have to introduce you to him. Real good guy. DeAndre saying, have you ever tried grass shrimp?
No, I haven't. Is that Andre Smith?
Johnson,
okay. Well, I knew Andre Smith's down there in Louisiana, and that sounds like something that he would say, so I was just curious. No, I haven't ever grass shrimp. I don't guess I have. How's that work?
That's what I was about to ask.
Yeah, explain that one to me, because I'd be interested in knowing.
I'll get down there with Midwestern Piker saying good luck fish. He's from Indiana. Well, someone else put question marks on that one.
Yeah, I'd like to. I'm interested in knowing a little bit about that right there.
Coffee from North Carolina. Kyle from Wisconsin.
Man, there's a lot of Kyles.
Scott from Anderson, South Carolina. Shorty Dunaway saying, what's up, bro?
Hey, man. Where'd y'all catch all them red ear at the other day? I've got a stump right against my trolling motor. There's one right there that's got a fish on it. And there it is.
We got another Kyle saying, get him.
I'm off to the right just a little bit of him. Trying to swing it over his head there. Watch his flicker when he sees this bait. See, he just flickered. He's seen it. Here he comes. Come on, baby. Come on. Oh my goodness. I don't know how he didn't set the hook on himself. I mean, he just fired right on down. He went right back that stump, so I'm going to try him again. I'm going to try to get it to where it's moving coming across him this time, because that time he come up and hit, but he didn't swallow it. So if I can try to get him moving to get a reaction bite out of him, it would be more likely for him to grab it and hang on to it. And he did not see me. He's sitting right on top of that stump right there. He'll probably do that flicker again, and that's what you're looking for, is to get him to do that flicker. Here he comes, here he comes, here he comes. Come on. Come on, fish. Eat it. Eat it. Oh, my. All right, we're going to leave him alone. You can see, that's what happens when he gets short struck. He just pulled the skirt down. And when that weather gets like this, a lot of times they'll start short striking. And you can either go to a smaller bait or just keep on going after different fish. And some trolling motor issues there. The button ain't wanting to work. I don't know if something got wet in there this morning or what.
Ron Talley said good eating. Definitely one of the best fish to eat.
Yeah, one of the best fish out there to eat. Now, everybody keeps on telling me I've got to try some walleye. I've never eaten walleye before. So, that one's on my list to try.
Greg Westmoreland said, I know how to catch the small fish. Show me how to catch the 2-pounders on here.
Well, that's one of them things that you ain't going to get to see. Because I ain't going to share all my secrets to the whole world.
Kimberly saying hello from Tennessee.
You tell old Greg all he's got to do is book a trip. Oh, he didn't want nothing to do with it.
Came out for it.
He came out for it, but he just would not commit. It's days like today will definitely test you. Some of these fish, some of them we're catching are just hammering down, and a bunch of them are short striking. And I don't think I've got the other stuff in the boat. Got some prototypes from Crappie Monster that we're considering putting out, and I honestly just don't want to show them on video right now. But that's what I had to get out the other day. And you need to downsize. If they start short striking like this, downsize. Wait a minute, Greg's on here. Ain't you supposed to be at work? I don't think that man ever works.
It's raining today. That means everything's closed.
He works in a factory. You just wait. I'm going to tell old Bobby on him. She going to get him. He's supposed to be at work making that money.
Greg Luna saying hello from Tennessee. What lake are y'all on?
We're on Reelfoot Lake. It's the only lake in Tennessee as far as I know.
Oh, Ronnie Sanders answered them. Ron Talley saying good morning from Fox River, Illinois.
Good morning. Good morning.
Ronnie from Savannah, Tennessee. Ooh, saying hi to Heather at Lenox, Kansas. Kyle said hillbilly engineering at its finest with the umbrella.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you gotta do what works.
Look at a big old fish sitting right there on that stump. I saw a crappie on there just a second ago. He's getting ready. That one right there is getting ready to turn. He's head straight on to us right now. Well, there he is. Big old 3-4 foot something. There was a crappie on there I was coming after. And then that big old fish swam into that stump, and now I can't find the crappie. I guess he run him off. Oh, there he is, right there.
Oh, I lied.
Yep, and I'm gonna run over him before I get to him. There's another one sitting there. There's one sitting right there. Where'd this one go? There he is. Old big fish done put that dude in the wind.
Doug watching from Plainsville, Kentucky. Billy's on here now.
Billy Blakely's on here. Man,
he should be driving. I can't believe he's making her drive.
I'll tell you what, it's hard to find a good net man, especially when your good net man's going on vacation.
I don't know how good he is. He spent most of the time in the water.
I'll tell you what, he's committed. I can give him that.
He got the fish.
He got the fish. That doggone thing there is running for the hills. If he'll slow down and stop here in a second, we're going to try to catch him, but he's going to have to slow down a little bit.
Rick's watching from Nonsuch, Kentucky.
Nonsuch, Kentucky.
Billy said tell him to quit talking and fish. Holler here, fishy, fishy.
Here, fishy, fishy, fishy. Here, fishy, fishy, fishy. Come on now. There we go. My trolling motor button's not working. Here, fishy, fishy. Come on, baby. Talk to me.
Tony said catch some for him.
Here,
Burton.
fishy, fishy.
It's right there.
You run up that bait and then turn away. Let down right there now. Shoot, I was holding my breath. My eyes about to cross. When you see one coming, you just can't help but do it.
Billy Terry saying I'm really enjoying this show. Thank you for sharing.
Glad to. We want to help share our experiences out here, man. Crappie fishing, it's not just fishing, man. There's so much to it. It's more of a way of life. Most of the guys who crappie fish, honestly, we all think about the same way. I mean, pretty close to everybody's nice. Everybody would give you the shirt off their back. You can always depend on them. That's what got me into crappie fishing, is just the people. I started out bass fishing a few tournaments. Man, I just can't help it. Couldn't get along with nobody. Everybody was buttholes. Then I started crappie fishing, and it's just one big family. I don't care what state you're from, what state you go to. They're all just as nice as they can be. And that's what I liked about it. They don't try to hide secrets or whatever. They want to help you so you have a good time fishing, so you can take your kids out, your family out. That's one of the things I love about Blue Bank. What was it, 2 weeks ago, or when y'all did the catfish thing there at the docks out back?
We do it every night now, but
okay.
It was about 2 weeks ago that you're the one you're talking about.
Okay, yeah, they're doing it every night. They're going out there and getting them fish all tore up, ready to eat, and then letting the kids catch the catfish right there off the dock. They don't have to go nowhere.
Oh, there was one the other day. He was doing it about lunchtime. You just couldn't miss him, how excited he was.
And so that's what it's about. That's just exactly what it's about.
I mean, you stopped the entire restaurant just to stare and watch this kid catch a fish.
I'm not positive that's a fish. There's a bright spot right there. So I wanted to stop and check it out, and I didn't get any reaction, so we'll move on.
Mitchell saying, what's up from Texas?
What part of Texas, man? We had Houston on here a while ago.
Kevin from Scottsville, Kentucky, Barren River Lake.
Oh, Barren River's got some hammer blackfish, man. Boy, if it don't, it's got some absolute giant blackfish in it. His head's pointing towards the trolling motor. Oh, yeah. Here you go, Greg. That right there is about what you should be able to expect here. Right around 11-inch fish or so, right about a pound. And see how that dude choked it? And the other ones a while ago were short striking real bad. That dude right there, he meant business. All I had to do was get in front of him, and he was ready to eat.
Dan was asking if you ever fished North Lake. Oh, that fish is going to attack you.
Oh, he's
getting back at you.
Far out of me. Yes, sir. We're going to let him go back. Some uppercuts. You can get them in there at Blue Bank if you come down here. If you ever want to know whether you had a good day fishing or not, look at your shorts. If you got them all slimed up like that, you've had one heck of a day. Now, I don't know where is North Lake? Somebody educate me there.
It's in Arkansas.
Arkansas, okay. No, I have fished in Arkansas. Let's see, we're going to go down and we're going to fish Millwood. We're shooting a show on Millwood this year. And other than that, I fished the Ouachita River down around, Felsenhall. I'm trying to think where else in Arkansas. That's about, I haven't got to fish Arkansas very much. Although I'd like to, because I know Arkansas has got some great lakes out there. Stuck again, I'm gonna have to pull my power poles up. How long have I been on?
David saying hello from Grassy, Alabama.
Grassy, Alabama. Oh.
Jerry's saying love my live scope.
Well, I definitely, I've got a love-hate relationship with mine. Some days I love it, some days I hate it.
Brian said he would love to get one.
Well, honestly, I tournament fish, and the live scope has paid for itself on the tournament trail. Because before the live scope, I would spend $120 to $140 a week on minnows. And I bought minnows maybe 4 times this entire year, and 3 of those times was on guided trips when it was kind of like today, and I was worried that the fish may or may not bite. So by saving myself that every week, it has actually saved me enough money to completely pay for my live scope.
I'm still laughing. Everyone's still. Bill McClave was asking, is Billy gone fishing today? He ran away from us. Ooh, another one.
Another one. Man, these fish are spunky. Spunky. Right through the top of the nose.
Ooh, we got San Diego on this morning.
San Diego. Bye-bye, baby doll. Oh, what is it, about 20 fish this morning?
20 fish or so, yeah.
20 fish or so. We caught 1 dink all morning. We caught about 8 before that we got on the feed, 8 to 10, somewhere in there.
Oh, I have answers about the grass shrimp.
Okay, grass shrimp. I'm very interested. Let's hear this.
They're commonly used in Florida. In far south states, really small grass shrimp found in fresh water. Use a small mesh net to catch them in the grass in shallow water. Fish for 1 or 2 on a hook. Crappie love them.
Now that's very
We
interesting.
might have to try that out sometime.
We're gonna. I don't even know what a grass shrimp looks like. When we get off of this, I'm gonna grab my phone, and I'm gonna Google that dude. I got to find something out there.
Oh, I'm assuming this was earlier when they weren't short striking. You weren't holding your mouth right.
Oh, I wasn't holding my mouth right. That's right.
Steven asked, would a nibble help them hold on to the bait?
Honestly, I doubt it. It's just the mood they're in. I honestly don't know if anything other than a little bitty bait. See, when they're short striking, when a crappie bites, it opens its mouth and it makes a suction and brings the bait in. All right. When they're short striking, they're still going through the motion. They're just not sucking that hard. So it's getting in there, but not in there to where the hook can go. So that's when you need to go, like I'm using an 1/8 ounce, I should be using a 32nd ounce. That way, when it sucks that light bait inside its mouth. I'm not big on the niblets. I think the color does more for you than anything, and I think that's why when niblets work, that's why that they work, because of the color. So if they're hitting on a pink niblet, if you just put on a pink jig head, you're going to get just as many bites. Now, I'm not saying that I don't believe scent works. I just think the right scent is what that you need. Crappie don't eat garlic. They just don't. JB's Fish Sauce came out with a waxworm jelly. They eat waxworms. So that would be my choice for the scent to use. If I was using a scent, I would solely be using that waxworm scent. Now, if I was tipping it with a waxworm, yeah, that may possibly get them to hold on just a little bit longer. Or it's not really hold on, it's get them to suck a little bit harder, because it's a natural food source for them. They eat larvae and stuff like that out here all the time. So it looks right, it smells right, they're going to eat it. That's just my take.
JB said, get her done, fellas. Tony Long saying, what's up?
What's up, man? Now, me and him come down here. He come down and booked a trip with us, and we absolutely smoked some hammers that day now. And I mean a bunch of them. That one's on TikTok, too. You can check that one out on TikTok, where that him and Steven opened that cooler and showed the fish. Oh, boy, we had a heck of a day.
Randall from Columbus, Ohio. Roy saying hi from Cleveland, Ohio. Steve from Shepherdsville, Kentucky.
Shepherdsville. Yeah, Shepherdsville. I've done a lot of work up there in Shepherdsville through the years with the construction company that I used to run up there. And I think, well, here's a Kentucky thing. My mama is coming down this weekend, spend some time with the grandkids, and she's bringing me a truck bed full of L8.
I was trying to order that for you. Couldn't do it.
You Kentucky guys and gals are going to know what I'm talking about there.
I lived in Kentucky. I mean, they're good, but I don't see why y'all love them so much about them.
Well, it's different when you're born there.
I'm also not as big a fan of ginger ale.
Well, I hate ginger ale. Absolutely hate it. But, man, I can sure tear up some L8.
I will say it's one of the better ginger ales I've ever had.
Oh, yeah. Got it. Well, boys and girls, calm down, baby. I don't want no hook stuck in me. There you go. There's another one for the camera. And we're getting ready to jump off here. We're going to be heading in here before too long. We're going to go in there and see what that old Blue Bank steak's all about. If y'all get a chance, make sure you call down here, book with us, and we'll get you out here and get you on some of these. We'll see you guys.